Hello everyone and welcome back. So today we are diving into one of the most trivial yet often overlooked components of building an effective RAG, Retrieval Augmented Generation. We are talking about chunking strategies. If you have ever built a RAG system and found out that it is returning irrelevant answers, missing key context, or just plain hallucinating, the problem likely wasn't the LLM itself, but how you have prepared your data. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly what chunking is, why it's so important, and how to choose the right chunking strategy for any type of document. So let's get started. Now, why chunking matters to the RAG system? First let's establish the why. Like, why do we need to chop our beautiful, complete documents into little pieces? Think of a large language model context window like it's short-term memory. It's powerful, but it's limited. You can fit an entire 100-page manual into its head at once. Now imagine a user asks a very specific question read on page number 75, or let's say page 100, 275. If we stop the whole document at the retrieval system, it's like trying to find a single specific sentence in a book by reading the entire book cover to cover every time you have a question. It's slow, inefficient, and the model gets overwhelmed with irrelevant information. So this is our core challenge: limited context windows versus massive documents. Chunking solves this. It's the art and science of slicing large document into smaller, meaningful pieces. When done right, it ensures that when a user asks a question, our RAG system can quickly find and retrieve only the most relevant segments of text. This makes the LLM job much easier, leading to faster and more accurate and less hallucinated response. Now comes the question, how big should these chunks be? Let's look at the two ends of the spectrum. Small chunks, say 100 to 300 tokens, are like precise laser guided arrows. Their big advantage is precision. When you retrieve a small chunk, it's almost certainly relevant to the query. Very little noise or extra information. The limitations, you risk fragmenting the context. Imagine a chunk that ends with the results of this process is, and the next chunk, which explains the result, isn't retrieved. You lost the narrative flow, right? On the other hand, large chunks, around 500 to 1500 tokens, are like big information rich nests. Their advantage is that they preserve meaning, relationships, and complete ideas. You get the whole story. The limitations, they might also capture tangential information. You might retrieve a large chunk for a specific query, but only one paragraph in it is actually useful, and the rest just distracts the LLM response. This brings us to the golden rule of chunking, which I want you to remember. Chunking for meaning and semantic coherence, not merely for character count. Don't just split every 500 characters. Think about where the natural ideas begin and end. Now, the core of our discussion, the four primary chunking strategies. The best choice depends entirely on your document type. Number one, fixed length chunking. This is the simplest method. You split the text at predetermined intervals, like every 500 tokens. It's fast and simple. But when should you use it? It's best for content that is already uniform, structured, where semantic boundaries aren't critical. Think of system log, source code, or chat transcript. Number two is semantic chunking. This is a smarter approach. It respects the natural language boundaries like sentence and paragraph. Instead of cutting off mid sentence, it ensures each chunk is a coherent unit of thought. This preserves the logical flow. This is used for articles, research papers, and policy documents where context is king. Now, the third is header based chunking. This strategy leverages the built in structure of a document. It splits the text along headings and subheadings. Each section becomes its own chunk. This is incredibly powerful for hierarchically organized content. It is the go to method for enterprise knowledge bases, annual, and textbooks. Then comes recursive chunking. This is a hybrid smart approach. It starts by trying to split the document into large sections, say by chapters. If a chapter is too big, it recursively splits it into subsections and so on until each piece is under the token limit. It's fantastic for handling complex mixed format documents. That is why it is so popular in frameworks like Langchain, and it is ideal for mixed format PDFs with tables, prose, bullet points all jumbled together. So here's a pro tip that dramatically improves performance. That is overlap. What happens when a critical definition is at the end of one chunk and the explanation is at the beginning of the next? If there is no overlap, the retrieval system might only get one half, leading to confusions and hallucinations. Overlap solves this by sharing a small portion of content between consecutive chunks. A typical configuration might be a 500 token chunk with a 100 token overlap. So chunk 1 contains tokens 1 to 500 and chunk 2 contains tokens 101 to 900. This 100 token bridge ensures that narrative continuity is retained and critical information isn't orphaned, and we significantly reduce context breaking errors. Always use overlap when the meaning of a sentence depends on the previous one. Beyond basic overlap, we have more advanced strategies for managing the context window, that is, the sliding window. It is ideal for continuous narratives like novels or long articles. Instead of fixed jumps, the window slides smoothly, maintaining a very natural formation flow and preventing those jarring, abrupt breaks at chunk boundaries. Then there is key sentence anchoring. This is a deliberate strategy for technical content. You identify a key sentence like a crucial definition or a fundamental theorem, and you make sure it is deliberately repeated or anchored at the beginning of next few chunks. This ensures the LLM never loses sight of that critical piece of information throughout the conversation. Okay. So with all these strategies, how do you choose? Let's make it practical with a decision guide. For research papers and reports, use semantic chunking with overlap. Why? Because you need to maintain the logical flow of complex arguments from introduction to conclusion. Number two is the policies and SOPs, standard operating procedures. Use header-based chunking, perhaps with a recursive method for longer sections. This respects the hierarchical, step-by-step nature of the content. For logs and structured data, keep it simple. Use fixed time chunking because the structure is already predictable and uniform. For those FT mixed format PDFs, the ones with the text, images, and tables all over the place, recursive chunking is your best friend. It handles this irregular info formatting gracefully. For FAQ and support documents, go with semantic chunking. You want to keep each question and answer pair intact as a single coherent unit. Before we wrap up, let's solidify this three final best practices. Target for the sweet spot. For most enterprise use cases, aim for a chunk size between 300 and 800 tokens. This is a range that allows a great balance between context preservation and retrieval precision. Start in the middle and adjust. Number two is always use overlap. I can't stress this enough. Implement overlap. A good rule of thumb is 10 to 20% of your chunk size. So for a 500 token chunk, a 50 to 100 token overlap is a great starting point. Number three is test and iterate. This is not a set it and forget it process. You must evaluate your chunking strategy with real user queries. Monitor the answer accuracy. If you see this model is missing context, maybe your chunks are too small. If it's getting distracted, maybe it's too large. Use performance metrics, Raga's framework, and user feedback to continuously refine your approach. And there you have it. Chunking is far more than just splitting text. It's a fundamental design decision that can make or outbreak your track system. You are now equipped with the knowledge of why chunking matters, the trade-off between small and large chunks, the four strategies, fixed, semantic, header-based, and recursive, and the crucial techniques of overlap and context management. Remember the golden rule, chunk for meaning. Choose your strategy based on your document type, use overlap, and always test and iterate. This will put you miles ahead in building robust, accurate, and reliable RAG applications. Thanks for watching this, and I will see you in the next video where we will be coding and seeing that after doing the document loading, how can we do the chunking for the same document. Thank you.